guys, welcome back to Danny G's Masturbator. Quick cup of tea because it's a bit chilly out here. I'm just going to run through you quickly with what I use for a day session or an overnighter quickly. Here I have one of my 9-foot rods, which is an ESP Stalker in 2 3/4 with my Daiwa GS 3000s, and these rods and reels have caught me fish to over £30. People worry about the strength of rods and strength of lines, etc., and I've never had any issues, and I use them generally in a pair. As you can see, they go together nicely. And I'll take you now over to a brief little tackle box, what I do take, which is a Korda Compact, and I basically get in all my leads. They're my pendulum leads. You've got distance leads, gripper leads, and flat pairs, and some dumpies. And also there's some marker floats, what I use if I'm on a campaign, and some inlines if I'm using solid PVA bags. We will go through all this in detail in the future. In here I have an essential for behind the lead, which is rig tubing. Most fisheries advise and advocate using this for fish safety over leaders, especially on day tickets. Some syndicates also, you have to have it as well. There's several types you can get. With that you get tungsten loaded ones, which are heavier. And in here is an absolute must, is a hook sharpening kit. Here you have 3 different files. This is your main one, if I can just pop it open. These are from Jag. Absolute brilliant bits of kit. That's your main SP Max file, which you use your vise. You put your hook in there, I will show you in future. In there, and it actually opens up so you can keep those 2 in. Those are just honing down files. I'll just screw that back on there. And with that you would use a glass eye, also from Jag. I mean, there's plenty of other companies out there that I can name, which are Nash. They've got a good one, which is battery powered, believe it or not, which is a good one, but I prefer the hand files. Moving over to baits I use. Year in, year out, I've used Sticky Baits Manila for a good few years now. Plenty of faith in it, but I've recently moved over to the Active, which is your normal boilie, but it's slightly paste wrapped. Here I have one of the hard hookers, and if you can see, the actual paste breaks down. You've got the main boilie inside, but you've got a paste wrap around it which breaks down, creating a bit of small of a cloud, and it just leaks attraction better throughout the water column and also your feeding area. They come in several sizes, 20mm and 16mm, and there I have a wafter variation, which I will go on to in detail in a future episode. And just quickly, I've got 3 main rigs what I use. I use a multi-hinge, which has become popular via Oz Holness, which, what an incredible angler he is, I must say. That's a multi-hinge which sits over nicely. All this is used by Thinking Anglers Components. That's that one. And then I have a Snowman. As you can see, it's a Snowman variation using a bottom bait and a pop-up. Nice and simple. And I have a wafter variation with that. Whereas that will sit on the lake bed like flat, and then it will just hover above like that, and all these will kick out away from your lead system. Here we have my tackle station, my tackle box with everything I need in. I've got a little hook box which keeps all my hooks ready, sharpened and ready to go. I have a compartment box with all my swivels, excuse me, all my swivels in this section, my heli safes, a few plastic maggots, weights to keep pop-ups down, bait stops, mini swivels, etc. Just pop them back in there. And one essential any carp angler needs is a baiting needle, because otherwise you ain't going to attach your bait to your hook links. There's several versions in there, as well as drills for drilling out tiger nuts and boilies, the splicing needles for making leaders. You've got your hard hook bait needles, which is just very simple. You've also got gated latch needles. If I can just get one out for you, as you can see, maybe see on there, it's a bit small behind the hand. That'll close up as you're bringing it through the bait, and then you can thread it back on. In this compartment I have, this is where I just keep plenty of spares for my hooks. What I use from Thinking Anglers, brilliant hooks, never let me down. Another hook sharpening stone, and this is my zig kit for zig fishing. All my hooks, my zigger liners, and my zig hook baits, and my tools for threading my hook baits onto my zigger liners. That's it. So if there's any questions you need, oh yeah, this is my rucksack what I take on a day-to-day basis. In the front I'll keep all my alarms, my PVA nuggets to stop getting in the weed when I'm casting out. In here I'll keep different hook baits. I also have some extra hook baits in this zip pouch, and I also have a first aid kit in there as well. If I flip it round, I've just got some bit of extra bait, which is the Manila Active Mix for if I'm using PVA bags. And inside I basically just keep clothing at the moment, some spare spools, some clothing. That's about it really. So just running through that all again, I have my rods, my terminal tackle, my tackle box for making rigs. I have my rig board with several rigs ready if needed. I have my lead pouch. I have bait which I keep in a bucket, so then you don't get any rats or nuisance animals coming during the day or at night. I'll also take a brew kit, which is currently being cleaned out at the minute. I'm doing my washing because I've just come off a session. So if there's anything in future that you'd like to know, I will be doing rig demos and in-session pieces. If there's anything you'd like to know, please drop a comment and I will do my best. See you soon, the Master Baiter. Thank you very much.